This better not be too... Oh, shit, look at this. Some hack and slash up in this bitch today. Anyways, for Hipfire Commentary number 112, Musashi has sent in some... I'm going to say it wrong. People going to bitch at this. Some Ninja Gaiden. And I'm going to talk about this shit in a minute. Actually, I got a lot of shit to talk about this fucking video, ain't it? But anyway, as I was starting off the video, I was going to say, he gave me a warning already that this video was going to be a couple minutes over the 10-minute time limit. We're going to get into this 10-minute time limit beef in a minute. But for this video, man, I'll tell you right now, I know people are going to say, no, it's called Ninja Gaiden. You can't call it Ninja Gaiden. I know it's called Ninja Gaiden, but let me explain something to you. When this game came out back in like the 80s on regular Nintendo, it was like a platformer back then, if I'm not mistaken. When this came out, there was no enunciation guide to the motherfucker, okay? There was no people talking over, there were no voiceovers, nothing. It was just straight platformer with a dude with a ninja knife and swords and shit and some Chinese throwing stars and all that other good shit that they had that made you a ninja back in the day and whatever the fuck. But anyway, when the shit came out, I didn't know how to pronounce it, so when you pronounce it with an accent that we have, it's called Ninja Gaiden. So that's what it looked like to me. It always looked like Ninja Gaiden. So I said Ninja Gaiden for the longest damn time. It wasn't until we finally realized that it was Ninja Gaiden, and you know what? I really don't give a shit. I call it Ninja Gaiden. That's just how accents work. That's a local fucking accent. You know, a lot of people complain about the, like, you know, local accents. Oh, I don't understand this shit. I don't understand that shit. Let me explain something. In New York, this is a great example. Obviously, me being a New Yorker. In New York, you don't ask for a glass of water. Water. You don't ask for a glass of water. You ask for water. That's what you want. You want a glass of water. That's how we pronounce it. You don't pronounce at the end of anything. Everything is at the end of every fucking word. So when you hear a New York accent, you don't hear them pronounced right. That's why. Because that's our damn accent. Another great example. Boston. If anybody's ever been to Boston or if you live in Boston, you know, you don't say Boston. You say Boston. That's how they say everything up there. You don't park your car. You park the car. That's how they talk up there. And if you don't believe me, go check out some videos about Boston and shit like that. I'll tell you, man, the first time I ever heard a Boston accent, I didn't know what the fuck they were talking about, man. And I was like, what the fuck? How the hell do you park the car to go in the market? Well, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, man. Anyway, man. You ever heard this joke? Is why is there 249 beans in a can of Boston baked beans? Because one more would be too farty. I have no idea why I just told that joke, but fuck it, I don't give a shit. You know what? I just couldn't resist telling a fucking fart joke. I don't really give a shit. You know, whatever that has to do with fucking Ninja Gaiden, I really don't give a shit. It was fucking funny as hell, so I don't give a fuck. Anyway, I'm way the fuck off topic. I know that. I'm fucking talking about goddamn Boston instead of this damn game. But anyway, like I said, I call it Ninja Gaiden. I've called it Ninja Gaiden since I've been, whatever, knee-high to a grasshopper. I'm going to continue calling it Ninja Gaiden. Is it called Ninja Gaiden? Yes, I know that. I don't give a fuck at this point. I call it Ninja Gaiden. So anyway, let's get into this motherfucker. You know, one of the funny things that I heard, I know my Ninja Gaiden history. I haven't played this game in a very long time, but I heard this game got some terrible reviews on the PlayStation 3. Now, the technical portion of it, not the game itself, but the technical portion of it, because it has a lot of problems compared to the Xbox version. This is one of those porting problems where the game was made on Xbox. They tried porting it over to PlayStation, and porting from Xbox to PlayStation just doesn't work in a lot of games. So this is one of the games, and I'm thinking that these loading screens are some of the reasons why that shit. I've heard things from they don't have as many enemies, they don't have the blood splatter, enemies disappear. I heard all kinds of shit. We'll just say that about this motherfucker. Anyway, get into this video. Musashi warned me ahead of time that this was going to go over by a couple seconds. Now, I can't see in the video how much it's going to go over by, but it says it's going to be a little bit over the 10-minute time limit. However, Musashi is one of the administrators over at PrestigeGamers.com. He could ban me at any time. So I'm not biting the hand that feeds me and saying, oh no, you can't do that shit. So he gets a little leeway on this joint. Just for the simple fact that he got the band hammer. I have a band hammer too over there, but he got a much bigger band hammer than I do. So I'm like, oh fuck it, you know what, fuck it. We just gonna let him take over for a little over the 10 minutes and shit. That ain't gonna kill me. But for everybody else, I like to stick to this 10-minute time limit. And here's the reason why. When I get videos, and people like to say, you know, first of all, I don't know if you guys remember this. I used to get these long-ass fucking videos back in the past. You know, 13, 14, 18 fucking minutes. The shit was absolutely fucking ridiculous. And I have another story about the fucking length of video. I got all kinds of stories up in this bitch. I'm not really going to talk about this fucking game today. I'm just going to be bitching about stories. I'm probably like halfway through this shit. I haven't even talked about the fucking game. But I don't know. Yeah, like, look at the game. Like, look at this shit. He's fighting all kinds of shit with trees going out their fucking head. I don't know what the fuck to talk about. That trees, that fire? I don't know what the fuck that shit is. Anyway. Getting back to why I have this 10-minute time limit. I started getting all these crazy-ass videos, you know, 15, 16 minutes long. It's just too hard to do a commentary for. It's not that it's hard. It's just you sit here and you talk and you talk and you have to figure out shit to do the commentary over. Especially that fucking Minecraft video that Mahaffey sent me for like 18 fucking minutes. Oh, man, that was some serious bullshit. But anyway, I made the time limit because I want to be strict on that shit. Because what ends up happening is, if one person passes the time limit, let's say you go past the time limit and you could do 10 minutes, 15 seconds. Then the next person can say, oh, he went over 10:15. Can I do 10:18? Then the next person can say, can I do 10:20? 10:25, 10:30, you know what I mean? It keeps stretching out. You give somebody an inch and they're gonna want a foot. You give somebody rope and the motherfucker wanna be a cowboy. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck that shit. We're just gonna cut this shit at 10-minute mark. So a lot of people said, you know, it's 10:03. Cut 3 seconds off. Fine 3 seconds. I don't give a shit where you put it. Fine the fucking 3 seconds. So I don't want the videos going over the 10-minute time limit. That's the reason. And I'm strict with it now because, with the exception of people that can ban me. But I'm strict with it now because I don't want to have to keep stretching it out and say, okay, 10:05 is fine, 10:10 is fine, 10:20, because then it starts getting up and up and up and up in the time limits, and then that's just not what I want. Now, another thing is people want to send me the exact 10 minutes. You don't have to send me 10 minutes. 8 minutes is cool. 7 minutes is cool. Say, what the fuck is that thing? Just like man, bear, pig, spider thing. Everybody remember The Simpsons? The spider pig? Did this motherfucker climb on ceilings and shit with Homer Simpson? Oh, that would piss me off, this loading screen in the middle of a boss fight. Damn, that's an ugly motherfucker, too. You gonna kick his ass, aren't you? You're gonna do some Ryu, Hayu chopping and shit like that. You know, it's funny the way they name Ryu in this game, and then you have Ryu in Street Fighter. I don't give a shit. I ain't gonna even talk about that bullshit. Anyway, like I said, guys, stick to the 10 minutes. That's all I want. I want 10 minutes. If I say 10 minutes, give me 10 minutes. That's what I'm asking for. Now, you know what's funny? Now, Musashi here, every time I see his name, I think of a game long time ago called Brave Fencer Musashi. Now, I know there's a whole bunch of characters out there named Musashi. I think there's actually a real-life person that was like a ninja or some shit. I don't know. There's plenty of people in different genres with the name Musashi. But the one that reminds me of was that game Brave Fencer Musashi back in the day. You know, back in the day, Squaresoft, before it became Square Enix, had made the greatest game of all time, obviously Final Fantasy VII. But they made the greatest game of all time, right? Then after that, there was so much anticipation for Final Fantasy VIII or whatever game they were going to do after that. So the next game that they did after Final Fantasy VII, if I'm not mistaken, was Brave Fencer Musashi. Now, the game was fine. It was cute. I got the game. But the real reason why I bought the game was because it was a 2-disc edition. The second disc was a demo for Final Fantasy VIII. I didn't buy Musashi to play Musashi. I bought Musashi because I wanted to play fucking Final Fantasy VIII. And I'm sure plenty of other people like me did the same shit. They're like, I don't want to play this bullshit. I want to play fucking Final Fantasy VIII. So I went out and I got this fucking game. I didn't play it for like a year. I played a Final Fantasy VIII demo thousands of times because I love that shit, right? So then when I finally said, alright, fuck it, let me give this game a try. It was fine. It was okay. It was about this little boy who became a ninja, whatever the fuck, this badass ninja, Brave Fencer Musashi, yay, and all that stupid shit. Yeah, it was a cool game. We'll just say that. It was nice back in the day. So every time I see Musashi's name, I think of that old ass game. I ain't gonna lie, man. And it's funny because his picture over at Prestige Games, he got the whole ninja with the sword in the background and shit like that. So every time I see that shit, I think of that motherfucker. Now, what the fuck are you fighting? This is like a big ass cockroach snake thingy. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of Resident Evil. Resident Evil has a lot of fights like this bitch, but anyway. This is like the original hack and slash. You know, when the game first came out, it wasn't hack and slash like this. It was all about the platforming and shit like that. And there was hack and slash, don't get me wrong, but if you were to look at the categorization of what Ninja Gaiden was when it first came out, it was platformer. That's what it was. It was like Mario with a sword. Actually, no, that was Zelda. But no, but this game was considered a platform when it first came out. And over time, you know, the game evolved and shit like that, and they came out with all these the combos, and they made the game hard as shit. And you gotta fight another one of these damn roach things. Easy, fucking crazy. But then they came out, you know, you gotta do all these combos and combo breakers, and you see how many points you can get by killing shit, and then they make the game extra hard, man. Oh, man, just got to the point, I was like, you know what? I'll go play God of War. If I want to beat shit up, I'll play God of War as Kratos, rip a motherfucker's spine out through his asshole, and I'll have fun with that motherfucker. But, man, this game I have not played in a long time. Plus, like I said, the reviews weren't great when it came to the PlayStation 3 version, and right there's another fucking loading screen. That's probably one of the goddamn reasons why. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Not for me. I'm just going to skip it. I played it as a kid. It was fun as a kid. Not going back to the motherfucker. So I don't really play a lot of hack and slash games anymore. Like I said, God of War is one of the big hack and slash games that I play. Another one that I played was Marvel Ultimate Alliance. It's like RPG, hack and slash. It got all kinds of fun shit in that damn game, man. That loading screen would piss me the fuck off. I can see why the reviews were so kind of brutal on the PlayStation 3, because that loading screen is happening in the middle of fights. That's just bad, man. That really is bad if that shit really does happen. Look at that shit. How would that not irritate someone? Oh man, I'd be fuming over this shit, man. So anyway, I see this video's coming to an end. Well, hopefully it's coming. Yeah, it's coming to an end. I can see the little bar in this motherfucker. So anyway, Musashi sent in some nice Brand new content, hack and slash Ninja Gaiden up in this motherfucker. I know people gonna say it's Gaiden. No, it's Gaiden. Fuck it, we're all gonna call it Ninja Gaiden from now on, right? So anyways, as always, rate, comment, subscribe, and all that good shit. And like I said, guys, all new Hipfire commentary videos, everything brand new to the channel. So we're gonna have a whole bunch of videos that are gonna be coming up for you guys.